Faith Beyond Borders, the only show where faith flies across the seas. The only station, the only place, the only program that brings you information, education, and faith trip, faith tour across the nations. Welcome to another exciting episode of the program Faith Beyond Borders. I am William Stiloho, your host as always, and I'm here to talk to you or to take you on a journey as we travel by faith and through faith and on the vehicle of faith to another nation. Today we're looking at a country called Congo, Brazzaville. We're exploring how faith has been put to work on this particular unique country. Join me as we go on this journey. I am not alone in the house. I have a pastor with me. I have a very, very great God's general, still alive, growing, and doing well and doing exploits. He is by name Pastor Emmanuel. Thank God. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you for having us.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, it's good to have you in the program today, and on the program rather today, that we want to explore a place of your own, how do I put it now? Your jurisprudence. That's the right word. So, talk to us. What has your being in Congo, Brazzaville been like? If you were to ask in one word, how would you describe it?
Oh, it's been awesome. It's been awesome.
Awesome.
By the grace of God.
Awesome.
It's been awesome.
You see, we're exploring a good country, and the man in charge of that country, Pastor Emmanuel, is the country coordinator for Congo, Brazzaville. He'll be telling us one or two things that we can learn or know about these people and about how faith has been able to work for him and for the people of Congo. Welcome once again. So, sir, let's go into the business of today. Let's talk about your, what's the word do I use now? When you heard that you were going to go to Congo, Brazzaville, what was top on your mind?
You reminded me of September 2023.
Right.
I got a letter that I've been transferred to Congo, Brazzaville, and then I was like, where's Congo, Brazzaville? I've not had it before.
Where is this place?
I have not. So I quickly Googled Central Africa. The first thing I went for is the language.
Right.
Unfortunately, they speak French. I don't speak French.
Good. Another tension.
I said, God, what am I going to do here? Well, you know, when God is leading a man,
yes, sir,
and God is the one leading you, He will arrange your journey in such a way that there will be shakings, but you are sure that this is God. You know, I remember the first thing I did was to call my wife.
Right.
Say, babe, where are you?
At least as your partner on the race.
She came to where I was, and then I handed over the letter that we have been transferred to Congo, Brazzaville. And my wife said, what? What is this? I said, yeah, that's where we are going. As at the time I was telling her that's where we are going, I was also shaking.
All right.
But I have to be a man.
Okay. At least somebody has to encourage somebody.
But you know, the next thing is to go and seek the face of God.
Right.
And I had to just get out of the environment, go somewhere, begin to ask God, Lord, is this you? Immediately I got that clarification that this is God. I had my peace. Then I just got back home, tell my wife, we need to start planning ourselves. But it's been, number one, it's a faith journey.
Yes.
It's a faith journey. And number two, it's in God's plan. Because I must tell you, I must be sincere with you, that I had other plans. So I've been working towards my own plan before He intercepted me.
Yes, sir.
And when I realized that He was the one, then I had to soft pedal and follow His plan. But the journey to Congo is a journey of faith. You know, you are going to a country where you don't know anybody.
Right.
The language barrier is there. In fact, there are so many culture shock I got land in that nation. But because God led us there, within few times, things begin to fall in place. Although all has not been sorted, but you know, by the grace of God, we have been stable. By the grace of God.
Let's talk about family. Let's touch family a little bit. You said something that interests me. You said when you got the letter, you were shocked. You were not sure what it was, and then you had to call your partner, and she also, at some point, I know definitely you have to see encourage her, which you have said, alluded to. Now, the point is, home-wise, because a lot of time, I will say again, RCCG is the one church that is, do I say, that is at the forefront in fulfilling Jesus' mandate. Go out into the world and preach to every people, every nation, every tribe. Right? So it means at some point you might be posted to terrains you don't know, terrains you've never heard of, like your case, or terrains that are seemingly hostile. Right? How were you able to resolve this in the home front? Within your family, first of all?
Now, the first thing is this. Myself and my wife had been partners together in the mission assignment, in God's assignment. We are on the same page.
Right.
So we know this assignment, we know this mandate. We know this is what we are called to do. So there is no variance. She's doing the ministry with me. We serve together everywhere we go. In fact, I push her forward.
Right.
You understand? So when this came, initially it was, it jolted us. We were like, oh, what is this? But no, after a few weeks, we were able to sit together, pray through it. She had her convictions, I had my convictions. We put it on the table, and we saw that, okay, God is in this. So that gave us rest.
All right.
It gave us rest. But, if we have not been on the same page before this time, it will be a great challenge. But by the grace of God, we've been doing ministry together for the past 13 years. We've been doing ministry together. We've weathered the storm together. We know we have this mandate, we have this assignment, and that's what we focused on. So when this came, it shook us a bit, but within 2-3 weeks, we got over it, and then we sail on.
There's something that still stands out in what you just said, both family-wise and individual-wise. When you got this letter, instead of judging that, oh, my pastors, our superiors are punishing me, as some of the cases would be, I'm not denying the fact that some cases could be.
Could be, of course.
Yeah, we're humans. But then some other cases, it could be divine. And even in cases where it is intentional punishment, I want to think like Joseph. Sometimes they could intend it for
evil, but
and then God can turn it around. Now, the question will now be, most people get to this junction and don't know what to do. And some maybe that pull back, some maybe that go grumbling, some of that. But the first thing you do, which is one thing I've discovered in the scripture, is that they went back to God.
Yes, sir.
They went back to God, and that was what you did. You said you set aside letter, took away time off from everything to seek the face of God on this. How do I don't know how to put it. Let's talk from the side of God now.
All right.
Do you think God shows up in situations, or do you think God is there to answer? Because I don't think some people believe that God is interested, or God knows, or God cares in their situation. So that's why they resort to self-help. We're talking about faith now. Yeah. Before you take some assignment, because for someone, beyond borders may not necessarily mean nation like you went. It might even be within the same country, but in a place they think is not where they should be in their own mind, or in agreement with their plan. What would you encourage someone like that?
The Bible said, they that do know their God shall be strong and do exploit. See, our work is a work of faith.
Yes, sir.
It is not a circular job. Sir, before the letter came, in June 2023,
yes, sir,
I was somewhere in the eastern part of this country. I was in an hotel. I went for a program. I sat, I finished my morning devotion, and then I sat, and God spoke to me. He said, this is not coming. Focus on what you are doing. Let me put it in straight terms.
Okay.
I was thinking, okay, maybe from the assignment of youth evangelist, the next one is to become an APICP. And God told me, no, that one is not coming. I'm saying this on here for the first time. God told me this one is not coming. So I decided, okay, I'll focus on the youth evangelist work, and I'll move on from there. And I got back home, I told my wife, this is what God said to me. And we agreed. So if he's not coming, we are not here for promotion. We are here to serve God.
Right.
Every stages God had taken us in this church, by the grace of God, I never lobbied or asked for positions. God brought it as it went due. So I told myself, no, we will focus on God. So when this came, I never saw it as a punishment.
Right.
I never saw it as somebody is doing, because I knew I belong to God. God will not leave me and then punish me.
Right.
He's my father. We had relationship. So even if anybody meant it for evil, sir,
God is able to
if
overturn
I am
it.
in the will of God, it will always be for my good. But in this case, it is God's divine will and agenda for my life. So it is a faith walk. So when it came, yeah, it jolted me a bit, because I didn't see it coming.
Right.
Remember, I said, God said to me, this one is not coming.
That don't tilt
Don't
towards
tilt
your own expectation.
But when this came, it destabilized me a bit. But later I ran back to him to be sure.
Right.
Is this what you said in June? And he said, yeah, go ahead, carry your bag and go. So, and I said, Lord, thank you.
So talk to us about obeying God in Congo.
All right.
What do you think God has done, God is doing in Congo as at today?
All right. I must be sincere with you. God has been faithful in Congo, Brazzaville. I got to a nation. When I got in there, I saw a bit of hostility.
Right.
The pastorate, the people were like, so who is this coming? In fact, I got it at the airport at my arrival.
Okay.
The people that came to receive
They didn't
me.
wait for you to own land before.
No,
they were prepared for
you. I came in, maybe the way I dressed, I just put a polo and a jean.
Okay.
And then the first person that saw me just looked down like, who is this small boy they brought? And then I saw those things and I laughed. But you know, one thing I've realized from my father in the Lord, who taught me, who raised us, he said, just go unassuming. Go unassuming. Don't go with noise. Anywhere you are saying, don't go with noise. Go there gently. He said, the God in you begin to speak. At the airport, some funny things happened, and then I just kept quiet. I got into the house, but Pastor, by the first day I stand on the altar,
Right.
the narrative changed. What they have been battling with, struggling with, by 1 month, 2 months, things have been resolved.
Wow.
How it happened, I don't also know.
Okay.
So it's not about me.
I wanted to ask what formula did you
It's
deploy
not about
to be
me.
able to resolve what problem they had?
The strategy is this. God sent us there.
Yeah.
As soon as we hit the ground running, we do some spiritual mappings,
Right.
and then we went into prayers. So from there, God gave few instructions: do this, do this, do this, talk to this person, and don't forget, the language barrier is also there.
Yeah.
So some certain things I want to do, I'll need an interpreter.
Rita.
And the interpreter must also say the right thing I
Exactly.
say.
Exactly my point. I was going to say, sometimes the interpreter, you don't even know if he's going to say exactly what you have in mind or what you have said, because it's limited to how much English or fluency the person is in both languages.
But you know, God positioned men.
Definitely.
God positioned men.
He does that.
That, what we had in mind, what God is saying to us, that we tell them, okay, this is what we want to do. This is what we want to do. Some of them carry it on their head, as if it's there. And then they begin to run. See, everywhere, I'm saying this generally to every person, anywhere you are saying, God has positioned 1, 2, 3 people down there for you.
Yeah, that's key. I think that's worthy of note. Anywhere God has sent you, He has positioned. And I will agree with this common statement that your provision goes before the vision.
Definitely.
God has made that provision even before you caught the vision.
Definitely.
That's the truth. So what's the size of the church? Just maybe in another 30 seconds before we go on a short break. What's the size? What's growth been like for you?
When we got there, we met a few number of parishes. But in 2 years, God has helped us to plan additional 5 parishes.
Wow.
And the strength, the church had gone down when we got in.
Wow.
But by the grace of God, the church is being revived by the mercies of God, not by our power. But, you know, light begin to come. People begin to have more interest to serve God.
That's true. That's
Because Congo as a nation, he has the posture of a Christian country.
the posture.
Of a Christian country.
All right.
But if you look at it deeply, it's far from it. It's far from it. There are deep things that we may not be able to share on here. Okay. But there are deep things we won't be able to share. But in quote, is a Christian nation. But it is when you get in, you realize that there are powers who governs the country. And God, when we got in, God identified them to us. And we begin to address them gradually.
Thank you so very much. We'll be right back. We'll be going on a short break. So please don't go anywhere. We have Pastor Emmanuel Tangod in the house. He's the country coordinator for Congo, Brazzaville. And when we return, we'll be taking us deeper into some other things and how God has moved his faith, or how his faith has been redefined, shaken, adjusted, whichever way you want to take it, in the country Congo, Brazzaville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Congo Brazzaville is what we have been looking at, and what God is doing in this great nation through the eyes of our brother, Pastor Emmanuel Tangod, who is still with us in the house. Welcome back from the break, sir.
Thank you so much.
It's all right. Before we went on the break, you were telling us some of the shifting God has done upon your arrival in Congo Brazzaville. Talk to us about your own faith.
All right.
What was it like when you were in Nigeria, serving as a minister and a youth evangelist, and what is it like? Right. There, what has your faith been challenged in any way, sir?
All right, thank you so much. When I was here as a youth evangelist, I mean, you know, I'm an itinerant minister. You move from one end to the other, and God is doing so much with us, so much. I mean, then I was covering 3 regions. God is doing so much with us. And, you know, back home in Nigeria, before you snap your finger, people will run.
And all that.
But getting to Congo, like I said, is a journey of faith.
Yes, sir.
You go to an environment where you don't know who to talk to. You don't know who to call. You don't know how to go about things. My faith was challenged in such that everything I need, I had to release my faith. Everything. You know, you go to a country where you look at the income of the church, you're like, no, this is nothing to write about.
Even the income need help.
Income, it needs deliverance.
All right. Not
Yeah. Now, but you know what, sir? We're able to do, let me give you one of the things that we did. In 2024,
yes, sir,
we organized an outreach at 4 major centers. Now we had a bill of about 4 million.
Okay.
Then I began to talk to my people. Nobody was coming forth. And at some point, God told me, talk to me, don't talk to the people.
Okay.
If you talk to me, I will talk to the people. Then, so I released myself. I went on fasting and prayer. And then, sir, the first outreach, we spent more than 1 million. I did not raise funds from any man.
Wow.
Somebody just came and he said, Pastor, how do you want to do outreach? I said, yeah. He said, okay, what's the budget? I said, this is the budget. I said, okay, we'll see what we can do. And the next day, he called the secretary in the office, released the money to him. The second one.
Complete.
Yeah, complete.
Wow.
The second place, we traveled, we called the place in Kai. I mean, it's an interior. We got to the place, the revival that broke out in that place. We had a revival, 2 days crusade, and then we used a football field. So I saw the children, young boys playing ball in the evening, and I went to them. I said, guys, come. They're about almost 800. Many of them, the place was massive. And then we sat with them, and I told them, I put a challenge to them, you are going to do a football competition, and I'm going to sponsor it. To cut the story short, the next day they had a football competition. We gave the winner a gift, and then we gathered them, we ministered to them. About 300 gave their life to Christ. Young ones. About 300.
300.
Now,
After a football game.
After a football match. Then we moved to the third location. That was the one that was explosive. In that place, in that community, they have not done open air crusade there ever.
Whoa.
And we went in there, we staged. You know, when we put our stage, they were looking at us. What are these people?
What's going on here? What's happening? What's this all about?
I can tell you the first night was a thunder. The raw power of God came down, and I don't have the videos here, but I would have. You saw different kind of manifestations. That one of the lady manifesting tore one of our pastor's dress.
Yes.
Through a manifestation. And the somebody like the Bale, the community leader, with an his entourage, came for the program, and they were telling us, who are you people? Where are you from?
They need to know.
They said, where are you from? That this land has never experienced this before.
Like this.
The crusade was so massive that as at 8:30, we couldn't leave. We wanted to leave. We started 4 o'clock. Okay. We were meant to finish 7. By 8:30, we couldn't leave.
1 hour, 30 minutes more.
By 9, we were still there. And unfortunately, we are not living, we are not sleeping in that community, we are traveling.
Going back to your own community.
All the vehicle had gone. So there's no way we'll go back. But you know, the power of God came down so heavily that, I can't explain. I can't explain. All we did, we didn't preach. We were just singing. And then fire broke out. Deliverance everywhere. People who are sitting in beer parlors around begin to drop their bottle and came for crusade. It was that massive.
I'll come over to the crusade.
And they were telling us, this has not been done here. There are churches there.
Whoa.
But no church had the infantry to start to do a crusade. But guess what? The church we planted, they closed it down.
Okay, that's interesting now. So what happened?
We planted the church, they closed it, and they said we can't stay. That which church is this? We said it's a church of God. They said we're from where? We said from Nigeria. They said English church, he can't stay. The place we rented for the church, an herbalist owned the place.
Okay, Leslie, Pastor, let's talk about that. You rent a place belonging to, you put it in the way they say in political terrain, in opposition power.
Opposition party.
So you see, they may really...
The man gave it to us, he rented it out to us.
Experience on one of his journeys, the craftsmen gathered together.
Exactly, this one, it was small business for us.
So, please talk to us about
the man rented the place for us, we paid for 3 months, and we paid the caution fee and all that.
Every other necessary
we did
payments.
Everything. So we moved in. So we went back to our base, put a pastor there. Then after 2 months, they sent them packing. The man begged him, what did I do? He said, no, he doesn't just want him again. That there is something they are doing there. He doesn't understand what they are doing.
They have sensed that this one is maybe not in their caliber.
No.
It's likely to obstruct their...
Because I told the pastor, anytime you get to church, don't do anything. For you, pray in tongues for 1 hour. Yeah. Just get there, be praying in tongues for 1 hour. Before your people come in. So the man got there, so the owner of the shop has another space by the side. So when he sees this man doing all this stuff, he said, this one. So he sent them packing. And guess what, sir? We're now looking for a place. Nobody wants to give us a place. Nobody wants to give us a place. So, okay, we said, I told him, do open air church.
Okay.
On Sunday morning, do 7 to 9.
I
Let everybody
like
go.
creativity
Yeah.
in taking the
You
gospel
don't have to
nations.
look for a forward. Just gather somewhere safe, somewhere that gather your people there, put your chair, and they started.
How did that go? How
It
did,
went on for some months. Police came and sent them away again.
these people really don't want to
Eh,
stop.
they don't,
But impact was made. That's the
of
most important
course,
thing.
of course.
Impact
Then
was
they
made.
begin to attack the pastor. He will call me and say, nothing will happen to you. The God of the Redeemed Christian God is there.
Is there. He's
God of
there,
RCCG
he's there.
is
He has
there.
proven himself over
Yes,
and
sir.
again in this land.
And
So
by the grace of God,
Yes,
the man got a land. They said it's 1 million. He by himself, he gave them some money. He called them and said, don't worry, secure it, we'll pay. That's where we are now.
to the glory
That's where
of
we are
God.
now.
This God works wonders. This is Faith Beyond Borders, just in case you're joining us. And we've been looking at what God has so powerfully done in a country called Congo Brazzaville. Sir, it's been. I feel electrified right now. I feel the presence. Also, now, if we were to look at, so what other places? Talk to us about the impact now,
Okay.
and slightly about the people.
All right.
Yeah, not just of this community, but generally, what's the atmosphere like in Congo, and what's faith-wise?
All right. Congo, like I said, is a supposedly Christian nation.
Yeah.
But there is a stronghold.
Yes.
Stronghold of occultism, stronghold of witchcraft, and all that
Powers
in that
of
land.
darkness,
Powers of
generally.
darkness in that land. You understand? So if you are, we went with light,
Yes.
and they saw light.
Yes.
They saw light. So some things are shifting already, by the grace of God.
Yes, sir.
Things are shifting. The Congolese will not do a vigil with you. Vigil where?
How?
By the grace of God, we started our monthly Holy Ghost service. Everywhere packed. Everywhere packed.
Amazing.
And we do it in 2 locations.
Great.
Everywhere packed by the grace of God.
Because I was still wondering when you said you have planted 5 churches in 2 years. I
Yeah.
was calculating doing the maths in my head while
Yes,
we talk.
by the
So
grace of
God really broke out for you
Yes,
in
sir.
that place.
It did. It did.
So talk to us about your plan, discipleship plan, so that because as the world grows, that's what RCCG is
Yes,
known
sir.
for. Yeah, people have criticized on air, people have said so many things against the RCCG, but like I said, I know, now I understand by revelation what RCCG is doing, which is trying to fulfill the mandate of God,
Yes, sir.
of our Lord Jesus Christ, which is to go everywhere to every people and to minister this gospel. But one of the tools also, again, is going to be able to raise disciples who will now, like Paul wrote to Timothy, teach others. What's your work? I'm talking particularly to the youth now.
All right.
Having been a youth evangelist yourself, what's your strategy to keep this work going, at least for the long haul?
All right. By the grace of God, as soon as we got in there, we revived the School of Disciples classes
Right.
and the Bible College.
Right.
In July this year, we graduated about 23 School of Disciples students,
Wow.
about 9 Bible College students. And you know, as soon as we graduated them, we have migrated them into the work immediately.
Definitely.
You know, and that's that started.
Good.
And by the mercy of God, all their school fees paid by us.
Beautiful.
We didn't ask them to pay. We paid for them, just to encourage them. So anybody that gets into any nation, you must not joke with discipleship,
You must not.
because that's
Discipleship
where
is key.
your strength lies. So when I got there, many pastors were about to resign.
Oh,
Yeah, they're about to resign. They were saying, no, we are.
listen.
But we sat down with them, and we began to share things, share ideas, share the vision, share the goal of the church with them, and begin to let them see the future. Because when people don't see the future, they can't buy now. If you don't see what is ahead, you can't invest in now.
It's now.
So I begin to see. Then I took them back to our fathers.
Yes, sir.
How that the GO had been working, operating, and all that. And what he's telling us is in the future. And we have honed it. So when I begin to share with them, see, this, and I use myself as an example. Whatever I've become in this church today,
Yes, sir.
I don't know I will become it. I am here to serve
You didn't scheme your way into it.
by the mercies of God. I am here to serve. So promotion comes to meet us in service.
That right.
And if that is the way, then why don't we plunge ourselves into service?
Even more.
So
Even more.
that is what we do. And I begin to tell them, serve more, serve more. And some of them are make up their mind. They are serving. I said, promotion will come and meet you.
That's beautiful. So, in 30 seconds, I don't know, what would you say to our viewers watching this program, generally based on your work of faith beyond the borders, God's manifestation, the mission RCCG? Sum it up in whatever way you think you possibly can, sir.
Number one, the journey to Congo is a journey of faith.
Yes, sir.
And sincerely, we release our faith for every provision. Even as I'm sitting down here.
God has been faithful.
God, more than faithful. He meets the need. I'll just drop this with you. We had a convention in July.
Yes, sir.
A country convention in July. We start with zero sefer. But I can tell you, after the convention, we did what we spent. We spent over 10 million.
Wonderful.
And no fund was raised anywhere. No, we did not go to anybody, come and give us money. That's why I say it's a journey of faith. Please, our viewers, hold on to God. We're in the season of overcomer. Hold on to God. God still work wonders.
Yes.
And He can never fail. God can never fail. If He comes into any assignment, please, sir, please, ma, go into it fully. He will supply the grace and He will release the supply.
All right, you've heard it there from our pastor, Pastor Emmanuel. Thank God, all the way from Congo, Brazzaville, and you've seen what God has done, not only in Nigeria, not only through our daddy in the Lord. And I thank God for the kind of daddy we had. He is not trying to be a flamboyant pastor to own all the glory. Look at what God is doing through the children and all the sons He's raising, even for the kingdom. God, too, can use you if you let yourself. And don't forget, our take-home from our guest today is to go in faith, trusting that God will go with you. That's the much we'll be able to take today. I remain your host, William Stiloho. Don't go anywhere. Keep a date with us always.